everyone, I'm Katie and welcome to week 3 of your home practice. I'm so glad you're here. We're going to start seated. I recommend sitting up on a block or maybe on a cushion, something to lift your hips a little bit so you can sit with a tall spine. You could also do this part on a chair or on the edge of your bed, something like that. We'll begin with 5 rounds of box breathing. So when you're ready, close your eyes, settle your hands on your body. At first, just start to notice your breath. Letting your attention land on the rise and the fall of the belly and on the feeling of the air on your nostrils. Inhale slowly and exhale fully. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. And hold empty for 4. Continue on your own, 2 more rounds. When you finish, let your breath fall back to its natural rhythm and take a moment just to notice. Kapalabhati, short, sharp exhalations out of the nose with a pumping in and up of the belly. So you can do this with your arms down, or you can take your arms wide in a V with little cups. So if it were raining, you would catch the rain in your hands. So we'll do 1 normal round of breath, then we'll take half a breath in and begin to pump the belly. Okay, inhale normally, exhale fully, take in half a sip of air, and begin to pump. Keep going. This is an energizing, heat building practice. Heat is a tool for transformation. Just a little bit longer, you've got it. Hook the thumbs, inhale, reach your arms up. Take in 3 sips. Tuck chin to chest, contract your belly, lift your pelvic floor, and hold the breath. Slowly release. A moment to pause. Cracking the carapace. Fists come together in front of the chest. And as we inhale, we'll crack the chest open and look up. Exhale, we'll round the spine and fists will meet in front of you once again. We go a little bit fast, but this time it's an even inhale and an even exhale, just at a faster pace. So begin with knuckles touching in front of you. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Keep going. Imagine you are striking a match with the pelvic floor. Let the arch of the spine start all the way at the base and then continue all the way up to your head. In, out, we're almost there. Inhale, hook the thumbs, reach up, take 3 sips in. Hold the breath. Chin to chest, belly in and up, contract your pelvic floor. Stay in your body, stay with the feeling. And exhale, let it go. Great, let's come into tabletop for cat-cow. If you are sitting on a block or a cushion, you can scooch it off to the side. We'll plant wrists underneath shoulders, hips above knees. Press down firmly through the shoelace side of your foot and through all 10 fingers. As you inhale, arch the spine and look up. Exhale to round the spine, gaze at the belly button. I usually like to do this with my eyes closed. Make it really nice and sweet. A moment for some more intuitive movement. You can begin to color outside of the lines. Maybe taking little barrel rolls with the body. One way and then the other. Okay, then let's spin our wrists around so fingers face either towards the sides of your mat or towards your knees. You can always do this one wrist at a time. It might feel good to stay exactly like this. If you want a little more, you can begin to rock back and forth. Maybe taking it in a circular motion. And going one way and then the other. Good. Spin your wrists back forward. And we'll take Gomukhasana leg. So keep your right knee in front, and we'll lift the left knee and stack it directly behind the right knee. Feet come out wide. And then we take cat-cow in this position, inhaling to arch and exhaling to round. And then you might start to rock back and forth and explore what this feels like in your hips. Might feel nice to take some circles or maybe take those same barrel rolls, but in this position. You may want to walk all the way back, that you take a moment in a more folded, seated Gomukhasana if that feels good for you. And then we'll come forward and switch. So now the left knee's in front, the right knee comes behind the left, and we start with cat-cow. Letting it be a breath practice. Your breath is your rhythm, your cadence. It tells you exactly how fast to go. All you have to do is listen. And then you might start to rock back and forth. Maybe taking barrel rolls. And maybe you come all the way back and sit for a moment. Maybe folding, resting the neck on the knee. You go as far as feels good for you today. It can be really helpful to sit up in a block in this position, so you might try that. crawl our hands forward, tuck the toes, walk your hands back, and sit up on your toes. Use your fingers to move your pinkies out of the way so they're tucked under as well. And then settle your attention on your breath. Know that intensity in this position is very normal. It's intense for me too. But intensity and discomfort, it doesn't mean bad. It doesn't mean wrong. It just means different, and it means change. Okay, walk your hands forward. Hands come slightly more in front than they were for tabletop, and we take our hips up and back, downward facing dog. Press the floor away with all 10 fingers. Press down, especially with the thumb and the index finger, to take the weight more into the inner part of your wrist. Spiral your shoulders away from your ears so you have a little more space up there. And then imagine the sides of your body growing really long. Knees can be nice and bent to help get your hips up high. And then we'll pedal it out. Take our dog for a walk, if you will. Bending one knee and then the other. And finding a nice stretch in the backs of the legs. And settle into stillness for 5 slow breaths. No more refining. No more fidgeting. Just you and your breath exactly as you are. Nothing to change. Nothing to fix. Next breath in, we shift forward to a plank position. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank, and pause. 3 slow breaths. You are strong. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Very nice. Next breath in, lift your right leg high. Come up really high on your left toes. Keep the hips high as you shift your weight forward to step your right foot outside of your right hand. Drop your left knee down, lizard. You can use blocks here. That can be really nice. And we start like we always do with a little wiggle wobble, a little exploration, a little bit of curiosity. Sometimes my wiggle wobble looks more like a circle. You find a place that's interesting to you. And then whether your hand's on a block or the floor, walk your left hand a little closer to the midline of your body. Right arm lifts up, we're in a twist. Right hand cradles the back of your head. Inhale, exhale, elbow to elbow. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. 3 more. Make it about your breath. Next time you're open, pause, reach your right arm up. Option to bend your back knee and grab your foot for a bit of a quad stretch. You can always do this with a strap, or you can lift yourself up a little higher with more blocks to make it a little bit more accessible. And if you don't have a strap, a dish towel, a scarf, a belt, there's a lot of different things you can use to bring your foot a little closer to your hand. And then once you're here, you can kick into your hand a little bit and lean back. And then release, slowly lower your hand. Don't let it be a slingshot. Take your blocks onto their highest height if you're using them and walk them a little bit closer to your hips so that your chest is really nice and lifted. If you don't have blocks, no problem. You do this from here. Chest is lifted and tall. Breathe in. Breathe out. Send the hips back. Pause for a moment. Knock your toes side to side. Press down through that back left shin. Don't forget about the leg that's behind you. And then we move with the breath. Inhaling to come forward. Let your chest shine through. Exhaling to send the hips back. And you move with your breath. So your pace doesn't have to look like mine. Good. Scoot the blocks out of the way and make your way back to downward facing dog, tucking the toes, sending the hips up and back. A moment to notice any difference between the two legs. And then next breath in, left leg lifts. Come up really high on your right toes. Hips stay high as your knee hugs in and you shift the weight forward for lizard. Left foot outside of left hand, back knee drops down. Good, we start with the wiggle wobble, blocks or not. And if you don't have blocks, you really can get creative. It's just something to bring the floor a little higher to you. It'll give you a little bit of a different experience. After a wiggle wobble, the right hand comes a little closer to the midline of the body. Left arm reaches up, look up. Left hand behind your head, inhale. Exhale, tap. Inhale, open. Exhale, tap. Move with your breath. Next time you open, release your left hand up to the ceiling, and maybe you bend your back knee. Grab your foot for the quad stretch. You can let your hips fall a little bit forward, and maybe you lean back and move your right shoulder down your back. And breathe. Again, you can lift your hands a little bit, your front hand a little bit higher to make this a little bit more accessible, or you use a strap or something like that. And release. Okay, blocks come up on their highest height. Walk them a little bit closer to you. And we inhale, looking forward. Exhale, straighten the leg, pull the hips back, pause. Maybe take a little rock of the toes side to side. Inhale, forward, chest lifts, look up. Exhale, hips come back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Next time you come forward, pause, scooch the blocks out of the way, and come down to lying on your belly for cobras. So we start with just some nice baby cobras. Hands are planted underneath your shoulders so the tops of fingers are in line with tops of shoulders. Legs come together. Press down through the tops of your feet, big toe, pinky toe. And on a breath in, we take a little lift. Inhale. And exhale. Lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and pause. Traction your hands back so that you pull your chest through. Maybe you get a little more height. And we stay for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Good. Okay, puppy pose. Hips stack over your knees. Walk your hands forward. Either forehead comes to the mat or to a block or a cushion or anything you have. And if you want more, you work towards taking your chin to the floor. Slow, steady breath. Looking to cultivate a sense of both effort and ease. So notice where you're gripping unnecessarily. And see if you can let go. Walk your hands back towards your legs. Either lie down on your back if you'd like to take a more traditional Shavasana, or come up to a seat. Together we'll take 3 audible sighs, and then we'll do 2 minutes of stillness. So for these 2 minutes of stillness, I just want to share a little strategy. So when we do these 2 minutes of stillness, the focus of our meditation is our breath. And either you can watch your breath and feel your breath, but another nice way to anchor your focus there is this little technique where as you inhale, you say to yourself, just, and as you exhale, you say to yourself, 10, and then you count down from there. So inhale, just, exhale, 9, inhale, just, exhale, 8, and you keep going down, and then you can always start again at the top if you need to. So let's take our 3 audible sighs together, in through the nose. Two minutes of stillness, just for you. If your mind has started to wander, gently pull it back. If you have more time, please stay. Otherwise, thank you so much for practicing with me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a nice day.